welcome to One Quarter Game Reviews, the series where we have just one quarter to play an arcade game and see if it is worth spending our hard-earned money on. In today's episode, we're taking a look at a rare 1984 release from Nichibitsu, Tube Panic. This is a game that blends Williams Blaster with Konami's Gyrus and plays very similar to Atari's Tempest. I know it's hard to imagine, but let's go take a look and quarter up. All right, here we are, Tube Panic. And as always, we like to take a quick look at the attract mode to see just what we have in store. And as you can see, we've got that 3D scaling coming at us with the sprite scaling. Very cool. So this honestly gives me the feels of like maybe the early levels of Atari Star Wars even. Oh, and here we go. Here's the Tempest-like levels where you can spin around in the tube. Very interesting. So I'm excited to give this a try. So let's quarter up and see exactly what we're getting into. All right, here we go. Looks like we just got controls left and right, no up and down, no. Oh, looks like we can speed up and slow down. That's nice to know. So by moving forward and back, we're slowing down. We've got just one button, it looks like. All right. Oh, now we're to a tube level. Hence the name, Tube Panic. Oh, and I'm dead already. So we've got, looks like we got one ship left. All right, we're down to one ship. I do like the fact that you can speed up and slow down because there's a lot going on here. Oh, there's a hole. Oh, so I guess I teleported. I thought I was dead. Very interesting. All right, we're running out of time. There's a definitely that the sound is giving me panic. That's for sure. Oh no. Well, there we go. Let's put our name in here. 39. Wow, so let's go back and talk about it. All right, that was Tube Panic, and boy, did that put some panic when the music started ramping up and giving us that alert sound like we were running out of time, but doesn't seem to be the case. But man, it really got me pumping, got the heart racing. So let's talk about it. So as we do every time here on One Quarter Game Reviews, we're going to rate this across 4 categories and then give it an overall rating. Of course, we're going to do graphics, sound effects, gameplay, and story. So let's start with the graphics. Here we have 2D sprites presented in a 3D kind of, perspective view where you're behind the main character, your ship, flying towards the enemies who are coming at you using the sprite scaling technology to make them appear to come closer. So really like that illusion out of the 2D space, and it really works here. I think there's enough going on visually with the way they do the levels, the environments, that grid pattern where it kind of uses that gradient to fade to black to give the illusion of distance. And as you fly across that grid, it gives you the sense of speed, which is nice. And so from the explosion effects to the varying enemies, the way your ships looked, even when it goes into a circle and there's the illusion and all the other characters, I really think the graphics here are appropriate for this game, certainly for the time period. I'm feeling this one. I was really liking the look of it. So very unique styling. So I'm going to give it a 3.7. I think this is good for what it is, and I really enjoyed it. So let's talk about sound effects and sound overall, music, all that fun stuff. Again, I think the music in this is actually really good. I mentioned how it gave me the sense of panic, just like the name, as we were in that tube level and apparently running out of time, or at least gave us the sense we were running out of time. So that is a great quality in a soundtrack for a game. So I think it was superb music wise. The rest of the sound effects, shooting, the explosions, decent, right? Nothing to write home about, but got the job done and really felt good. So music wise, I have to give this one. Uh, I'm going to give this one a 4 because I think whenever you draw emotion out of it using sound, out of an experience, that is superb. And I really did get the sense of panic because I really wanted to get to the end of that level, and thinking I might run out of time was definitely concerning. And the way that they did that and intersplice that with the music was fantastic. So let's talk about gameplay. Again, you can see a lot of commonalities with other games, like whether it's Space Harrier or, we kind of mentioned Blaster or Gyrus from this typical shooter category. I think you got all of that there. Very Tempest-like, right, as you're going down those tubes. So gameplay gives us a mix of modes, which I think changed things up and kept me interested. And again, I gotta say I enjoyed it. I want to jump back into this because the gameplay was fun. I felt like the one quarter gave me enough time with those 3 lives to experience enough of the game to want me to put another quarter in and see if I can do better this time. So because that gameplay was compelling with the at least 2 stages we experienced, I feel like definitely a 3.8, 3.9 area. I enjoyed this one. I want to jump back into it. Let's talk about story. I, if there's a story, I don't know what it is other than you're a ship blowing up everything. So, do you really need a story in a game like this? Probably not. I mean, what is Tempest's story? Who knows? You're simply a space fighter off shooting enemy space fighters. So, from that standpoint, it's a mid to non-existent story. So I'm just going to give it a 2. Can't go above, can't go below. 2's probably about where I'm at. Of course, as always, we're going to now give this game an overall score. And as we do, all these scores are based on a scale of 1 to 5. And so for me, this one I think is going to come in at about 3.8 overall, between the graphics, which feel appropriate for this game, which feel like they get the job done enough. And again, got to remember, we're going back to 1984. So I feel like it's a great experience from that perspective. Again, the sound really brought you into the game. That ramps things up a bit. The gameplay itself was versatile. It was fun. And the story, there really wasn't one. So I'm going to go that 3.8, 3.9 area because I want to put some more quarters in this game. I want to jump into it. So I'm going to go do that right now. And while I do, I want to know what you think of Tube Panic. Drop me a comment below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, have fun.